This is the Hebrew Testament, the Old Testament. When a friend told me there was a modern prophet by the name of Joseph Smith, I wondered, where is he in the Bible? I was raised to think that if any religious principle is important enough to believe, it will be in the Bible. And I found that he is in the Bible. He is Asher Lo Yadai Sephir. But is that even a name or just a description? In the Old Testament, Isaiah foretold a great history would be written in a book, and the book would be sealed. But someday, the words from the book would be delivered to a learned man to read them. But the learned man would say, I cannot read a sealed book. Isaiah said that the sealed book itself would only be delivered to a man who was not learned. That man would say he was not learned, but by the power of God, without the learning or wisdom of mortal man, a marvelous work would come forth. Finally, it happened. That sealed book was delivered by an angel to Joseph Smith. He was unlearned, a farmer just working 20 acres. Another farmer named Martin Harris began to write down the words as Joseph Smith translated them from the sealed book. Martin Harris asked if he could take a copy of the original lettering from the book to a language scholar to see if he could read them. So Martin Harris delivered a copy of the ancient writing to Professor Charles Anthon at what is now Columbia University. The professor, after a while, asked to see the book itself, but Martin Harris told him it was sealed. Then Professor Anthon blurted out, I cannot read a sealed book. He had no idea. He was saying exactly the words that Isaiah said he would say. Isaiah said the man who would read the words was him who is not learned, or more exactly, who does not know books. In the original Hebrew, him who is not learned was Asher Lo Yadai Sephir. That is what Joseph Smith is called in the Bible. I've looked and found he's the only person in all history that I can find who fulfilled this prophecy and is named that way. How did this happen? How can we know how it happened?